Once upon a time, there was a magical world.
Lift up, darling.
A place that was secure, gentle and loving. And for some, that world still exists.
When I put a nappy on, it takes me back to that time when I had no stress.
Derek is an adult baby.
It's special, but it's a special bond between two people.
It's a world where baby boys can play at having mummies.
I think in most wives there is a bit of a mother bond with a husband.
And baby girls can play at having daddies.
So this is my playroom.
So we're just gonna get her changed real fast.
How old are you today?
I don't know. Daddy might know.
But it's a hidden world.
They just think I'm weird and a freak and never want to talk to me again.
As soon as you mention adult baby, they all think it's something to do with children. And it's, paedophiles. We don't want to be with children. We want to be the child.
It's full of pain and secrecy.
I can't tell her how I feel.
But now, adult babies are connecting through social media and realising that they are not alone.
There has to be a good 200 to 500,000, maybe just in the US and UK.
We meet some of these adult babies as they come out of hiding for the first time.
Little babies, look.
And invite us into their secretive world. It's a typical Saturday afternoon on the south coast of England.
Hello, Maxine speaking. Did you see me from the website? Are you boy or girl, baby? I look after good or naughty. Frilly clothes, petticoats, yeah, and frills. Okay, darling? My favourite type. I love my girly girls. That's fine.
Maxine and her husband Derek run a nursery, but it's no ordinary children's nursery.
Can you get me some of the nappies out, please?
We started an adult baby nursery.
We try to give them everything a normal mummy would do. I just do that, but scaled up to a larger size.
A lot of them out there that missed out on childhood for various reasons. We just replaced their old memories with new ones.
Yeah.
Give them the childhood they missed.
You know the ones I mean?
Derek and Maxine have been married for 27 years.
Yes.
Yeah, I've only got mediums.
Oh, okay.
Early on in their relationship, Maxine made an unusual discovery.
You all right?
I will be when you make your mind up.
I found a pair of pants, plastic ones, under his pillow. So I asked him about them, and he just broke down in tears and told me that he liked wearing them and they made him feel safe. And I didn't know why, he didn't know what it was or what it was called. And he said that if I was going to go, he wanted me to go sooner rather than later because he was falling in love with me. I think it was already too late by that time.
Yes, it was a bit.
You can reach up there, can't you?
Maxine decided to stay. 10 years ago, they opened the business together and Maxine became the nursery's mummy. Today, she is seeing one of her regular clients.
Hello.
Hello, Mummy.
Come in.
Now they're one of a dozen adult baby nurseries in the UK, catering for a wide range of clients who all want to return to the sanctity of childhood.
I see all sorts, teenage students to older guys that may be in the building trade, and I see girls. I see a lot of armed services, especially living in the sort of area we do.
Piglet.
Do you charge your adult babies then?
We do an hourly, a 12-hourly and a 24-hour rate.
So, £50 per hour.
We couldn't lay out all the money we've laid out without having some form of payment. One of these can cost us anything up to 60 quid.
But the recession has hit the business and bookings are down.
Just two today. We've got one young lady's just coming for an hour, which is normal, and the chap we've got is coming for overnight.
Whilst Maxine is the mummy...
Oh, you got a nappy on already?
Derek is her little helper.
These are the baby foods that we get for the babies. So we have to keep a cupboard stocked of different stuff for different babies because they all like different stuff. Some will like the Hello Kitty bowls and bottles, and some will like the Thomas. It's worse than having a baby of your own.
There we go. Whee! That's it.
For some adult babies, it's not just about the joy of going back to childhood.
We will, won't we?
Some find the nappies exciting, and certain nurseries offer sexual services.
Oops. There we go.
But Maxine sees herself as a more traditional mummy.
That doesn't want to come undone, that one. To get you nice and clean and dry. You come here because it makes you feel safe. I don't offer any sexual services whatsoever. If somebody's excited when I'm changing them, I often don't even really notice. It's quite funny, actually, sometimes. You do look after somebody. All right, darling. And they look down and they're like, I haven't been so excited in 10 years. And you done me? There.
For Derek and Maxine's clients, the nursery is their only refuge.
They'll be asleep probably for a couple of hours now. They feel that this is the only place or the only way that they can really relax and become the person they feel they are, that they have to hide everywhere else.
But unless Derek and Maxine find more clients, the nursery's future looks uncertain.
The nursery side, it's not going quite as we planned it to be going.
They are hoping an up-and-coming trip to America could provide a solution to their struggling business. Most British adult babies have been living secret lives, fearful of the outside world.
I'm 29, my name's Stuart. I've been an adult baby for about 10, 12 years.
So my name's Matt, I'm 20, been an adult baby for 7 years. Sometimes it is a bit like, what the hell am I doing? I'm a grown man, I mean, goodness sake. Wish I didn't have it sometimes.
I can't show my face today because I'm just concerned how people react to me. I don't think it's really understood that well. I mean, I don't want to get ridiculed.
I'm 38 and I've been a little boy since I was 3. I was an undergraduate at Oxford. I used to walk around in baby clothes, so I was reasonably liberated. And I got loads of propositions asking if I needed a nappy change, but I wasn't liberated enough to say yes.
My name's Mike, I'm 30 years old. I got abuse in the streets. I actually got assaulted and hospitalised for a few days. They just feel that it is to do with kids and it's perverted and it's something that's very wrong.
As soon as you mention adult baby, they all think it's something to do with children, and it's, paedophiles and stuff like that, and it's so far from the truth, we don't want to be with children, we want to be the child.
Increasingly, adult babies of all ages are connecting through social media and finding a voice. But it's not just baby boys. In the US state of Colorado, there lives a 27-year-old baby girl. Her name is Kat, and she has a 37-year-old boyfriend called Justin, who also plays at being her daddy. Hidden behind her house, Kat built a secret underground nursery.
Hello. Hi. So this is my playroom, and it's really cool.
Over the last 4 years, Kat's bought hundreds of adult baby accessories to create her dream playroom.
I'm 5'5", and you can see this is like right up here. So it's like if you were to go in here, like you can try and, but my butt is too big. If someone puts you in here, you're kind of gotta stay in here.
It's the perfect sanctuary for Kat to become the 6-year-old girl she wants to be.
Is it important that all your furniture is big?
For me, it's awesome. So if things are big, then it makes you feel small. And if it's big, it's small. For me, all of the stuff that you have sort of helps you get to that space. I really like clothes. I really like the stuffed animals. Over here is the changing table. And then down here I have large diapers for friends because you never know when they're gonna come by. And then I actually fit into real baby diapers. So this is the 4T, 5T ones. And so that's kind of cool.
When she's at home, Kat is always a little girl. And her boyfriend Justin, who plays at being her daddy, is in charge of all aspects of her life.
A lot of times I will be up first, so I'll prepare breakfast and get that ready for her. And sometimes she'll be awake and we'll just put her down on the couch and she'll watch television.
He usually puts me in the crib, and then if I have an accident, then sometimes I'll go and I'll crawl into the big bed with him, which I'm not supposed to do if the sides are up.
She gets the Disney plate. I'll get a paper towel.
Justin met Kat on an adult baby social networking site a year ago.
I was looking for a baby girl or a little girl, and she was a little girl. She definitely identified as a little girl.
But not after I met him, because he doesn't let me do anything.
You know, people might take it the wrong way and think, you know, is this person interested in children? No, absolutely not. Like, that's not something that I'm interested in at all. I'm interested in the qualities, those childlike qualities of wonder, of needing someone, of being needed. That's what, you know, I really get from the relationship.
Since Justin became Kat's daddy, he's been encouraging her to play at being a younger baby girl. But Kat prefers to be a 6-year-old.
As much as her self-identity was tied to being I'm 5 or 6, now she knows that there's times when, you know, she's 2 or less, that
2 or 3.
That she feels very comfortable with that, and sometimes that's the best moments that she has.
And let me tell you, this is not where I wanted my life to go. When I was a little girl, I didn't sit there and think, hey, how can I be different? I think that I would like to wear diapers. That's not how it was for me. I wanted to be like everyone else. I didn't ask to be an adult baby, but I am one. I'm a little girl. I belong to my daddy.
Maxine and Derek run a nursery from their home, a safe haven for adult babies to escape the problems and worries of everyday life. Derek also works as a lorry driver.
Drive a 16-ton truck. Got a little crane on the back and I drive it around all the building sites and unload.
There you go, darling.
Yeah.
It's a bit hot.
You know what I mean?
And after an exhausting day behind the wheel, Derek likes nothing more than coming home to unwind.
What one do you want? Orange Star or Baby Print?
This routine has been part of the couple's life for the last 27 years.
I just see it as a continuation of caring for him as a wife, because I think in most wives there is a bit of a mother bond with a husband. It's just I take it to maybe the next level.
There's nothing that we don't do that we don't know about. And we share everything. We have a unique relationship.
Like many adult babies, Derek's connection to nappies started at an early age.
So when I was 7, I started wetting the bed, and I couldn't tell my parents. I had to sort the problem myself. I had a friend who lived just up the road who had a baby, pinched a nappy and wore that of a night time. Although I'd woken up wet in the morning, the bed was dry, and that just made me feel secure.
I'll do your nappy up, please.
When I was 3 and tried to pin cloth nappies on myself, I thought there was something a bit strange, I suppose, about it, but it didn't really occur to me that I was doing something wrong.
My connection to nappies, I've always been drawn to them. You know, if I ever went shopping with the parents and we walked past the baby aisle, I was drawn to look at them, but it was almost like I felt guilty about looking at them, and I couldn't understand why.
I like best the uncomplicated affection both giving and receiving. When you are really happy and jolly and you give someone who's looking after you a big cuddle and you hold them tight and you know they're going to look after you and everything's going to be fine.
It wasn't until 15 that I realised it was a regressional tool to re-explore my babyhood.
Unlike many adult babies who can't tell their partners, Derek and Maxine's unique relationship means that all his needs are catered for.
Yeah, he said that I'm a regression therapist because I just take people back to a time that they didn't have any responsibilities.
Maxine's own past has had its difficulties.
I did have a couple of miscarriages. The last one was the most traumatic, and we lost a little girl. She would have been...
She'd be about 18 now, wouldn't she?
And she looked like you.
Cool, I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Maxine and Derek are determined to reach out to as many adult babies as they can. But the economic downturn has hit their business.
I've lost quite a lot of customers because with the way the economy's gone, what I do is luxury, really. So it's one of the first things that goes.
They've decided to try out a new venture and are setting up a 2-week adult baby holiday retreat in Florida.
So we're hoping that this is maybe another lead into a different area of business.
They've been advertising online to attract US-based babies.
What outfits are we taking as well?
Well, I think we want some onesies.
Now we need a bottle, some dummies.
I mean, that can be worn by the taller or shorter clients.
And that's mine.
You don't want really anyone searching through that bag, do you?
Well, they might get a shock if they do.
In the American state of Colorado, Kat lives with her boyfriend Justin, who also plays at being her daddy. When Kat is not playing at being a 6-year-old girl, she's a 27-year-old psychology student who enjoys the same things as most women her age. Kat may be independent in the outside world.
Okay.
But at home, she's Justin's baby girl, and he's in charge.
Ladybug.
He's been Kat's boyfriend for just 1 year, and there's a power struggle going on.
I thought I knew exactly who I was. I'm a little girl, and then all of a sudden I had this guy who wanted to rock me to sleep.
Justin wants Kat to play at being a 2 or 3-year-old, rather than the 6-year-old she is used to being.
Some people don't accept that they're little. And even with Kat, someone who's pretty open about it, there's times where she can't accept how little she can be because she doesn't want to be. And that's what my role is. I'm going to encourage her to need me. And it's not I want to take away her independence because I'm trying to control her. I'm establishing a trust in our relationship.
Even Kat's hairdo will need to meet Justin's approval.
Pigtails are his favorite way for me to wear my hair, so I think it will be a hit as long as I do pigtails.
As well as playing at being little, 27-year-old Kat and 37-year-old Justin also have an adult relationship.
We have sex. We sometimes have arguments, just like regular couples do. We go on dates together. We hold hands. We snuggle. We do a lot of things that normal people do.
At home, Justin is waiting to take charge and dress Kat up as a baby girl.
Hi, Daddy. What do you think?
You have curlier hair now.
Yes. I was thinking we would maybe put it in pigtails.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think so. Let's get you changed.
I ran into a
Kat's
door.
been living as a baby girl for the past 7 years.
So we're gonna put on her princess shirt.
Like many adult babies, her actual childhood was difficult.
My parents loved me. They loved me in the best way that they knew how. My mother, with having bipolar, she would go into manic episodes where, one moment everything was fine and she could go on shopping sprees and she was the happiest person and the most beautiful woman and mother, and then there were days she couldn't even get out of bed. It was horrible. There was a time where she got a gun and she asked me to shoot her. And then I ended up in foster care. And foster care was just a different type of hell. That kind of upbringing just was really difficult. And this isn't to say that there's any correlation between adult babies and abuse. There's not. But for me, in my circumstances, I definitely know that contributed to me because I never had a childhood.
For some adult babies, there is trauma, but then there's also this idea that for some, you remember the happy times of childhood, and maybe that's what draws you back to it.
Can't remember having a bad childhood. And maybe it's significant that it started triggering at 13 when family life got harder.
Well, I don't know whether it was a trigger that when I was 3, but certainly that's when my parents divorced. And I'm told I was extremely unhappy about this, and I wanted Daddy to stay, and I wanted Mummy and Daddy to be together.
My childhood was quite turbulent through various reasons. I've had interactions with social services and so forth, but I don't see that has any type of link as to why I'm in the AB world.
Derek and Maxine have arrived in Orlando, Florida, the ultimate playground for adults and children alike. They're already feeling at home and have set up their temporary adult baby nursery. All they need now is their first client.
So are you expecting a visitor?
Yeah, hopefully soon, sometime this afternoon.
Derek packed a limited number of nappies and their client will be bringing a new supply along with him.
Yeah, hopefully he's going to turn up today because he's got the nappies we ordered. If he doesn't turn up in the next hour, there's going to be a lot of wet floor.
British expat Ashley lives 15 minutes from where Derek and Maxine are staying. He's originally from the Midlands, is married to an American, and has a young daughter. It's Ashley's first ever trip to an adult baby nursery, and he's also delivering Derek's much-needed nappies.
I'm a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to wearing nappies. Some are good ones, some are better ones. The ones here, the cushies, are pretty good, but they don't hold a lot of wettings.
All his life, Ashley has hidden his deep secret from the outside world, playing at being an adult baby on his own.
So you've never had a mummy?
No. No, I haven't. I've never had that experience.
For the first time in his life, Ashley is about to meet another adult baby face to face.
I've got butterflies in my tummy. That's how I feel at the moment. Hey.
Hello, Ashley. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, not
Good
bad.
To
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I've been into this since I was about 6 or 7.
Same as me. Then I started at age 7. Bedwetting? Or just...
No.
Do you found something you liked?
I just found something I liked. It was nice, and I seem to be in a position where I've got a lot of responsibility, and I just sometimes want to step out of my own shoes.
That's it. Yeah. And you just regress to that time when you didn't have the worries, didn't have to worry about the mortgage, the payments, anything else like that. And that's it. Yeah. And it's total relaxation.
If you don't mind me asking, is it sort of sexual at all for you, or is it just a relaxation thing?
Relaxation.
Yeah?
More relaxation.
Yeah.
Mine is too.
In 2 days' time, Ashley will return to the nursery to be looked after by Mummy Maxine.
Right, well, I'll go, and I'll see you Tuesday.
Yes. And if you're lucky, I might even let you have one of your nappies today.
Okay. Okay, I'm not into dresses and stuff like that, and I don't want to get into that. But
drinking milk from a bottle, going for a nap, getting changed. All those sorts of things. I think we just want to experience those.
It will be a new experience for Ashley. And for Derek and Maxine, it could be the business break that they are looking for. With its ever-growing number of forums and social networking sites, the internet provides the perfect playground for adult babies to meet in secret.
There has to be a good 200 to 500,000.
I think the reason the adult baby community is getting bigger is just because it's down to exposure and technology as well, especially the social media style websites, so the likes of Diaper Book and Diaper Space.
First few years were hard. It was not really knowing yourself, I guess. And then met others online, became quite close, met with them, and it all kind of sorted itself out.
Social media has also increased the demand for adult baby clothes and accessories that help them live out their dreams of a safe and idyllic childhood. In a small farming town in the US state of Oregon lives a dressmaker called Auntie Viv. She makes clothes for adult babies around the world, but the business started locally when she was just 19.
Tell me a bit about how this was all set up.
My Aunt Florence started a business, diapers and plastic pants. We started getting big, and we started making dresses, and she just decided, here, you've got such a talent for this, go do it.
Your aunt was an adult baby?
No, her son was. Her son was. And that was from the stress of him going to Vietnam.
How many clients do you think you have?
Oh my goodness. I've over the years sewn for well over 1,000 people. Many of them are important professional folks. I've had a football player or two, a couple of pastors. I maintain the baby's privacy. I don't want to in any way encroach on what they do, and many hide. Many hide it because they're so ashamed.
Today, she's got an order to make a dress for an adult baby who is not ashamed.
I like the teddies. That's more little girlish.
Auntie Viv has been asked to make a dress for Kat, who has decided to throw a party for adult babies to play together.
She's been a friend of mine, and I've sewn for her for years. This one she's gonna like. I know that she'll like the old-fashioned little girl, and that's kind of why I chose to put a lot more lace on it than a standard. This is just a play dress that I wanted to fancy up and make look cute for her. Making sure that I make them just as cute as she is. It's really important, you know, so that she's not anything but jumping up and down, little girl happy when she opens that gift wrap package.
In Colorado, Kat is preparing for her party. Her boyfriend Justin, who also plays at being her daddy, is helping her.
What else do we need for a party?
What else do you need for a party?
Yeah.
Her party guests will be adult babies who will dress up and play children's party games in the nursery.
We need balloons. What else?
And then we already have plates and cups.
Kat likes to play at being a 6-year-old, but Justin wants her to act more like a toddler.
Do you want one?
They're very sweet. It's a very toddler behavior to offer food.
Not toddler behavior. No, it's not.
How old is Kat today?
Oh, she's still pretty old. She's still 5 or 6. But...
You're talking too much. Here, have some food.
Kat has invited 25 adult babies to come to her nursery on Saturday night, and she knows what makes a good party.
At all the other age play parties, you just sit at a table and watch TV, or you sit at a table and color. And here we actually do stuff. I bought one of these already, but basically they're blank. And And then you get to draw on them however you want. Daddy!
Kat and Justin are able to live their lives openly. But many older adult babies still live behind closed doors. John is 54 years old and lives in the north of England. He works in a factory, but at home, John can transform into the baby he's always dreamed of being.
Pink's my favourite colour as an adult baby. I've got this dress, this dress here. I'm going to put them on. They're big. First part and the most important part. It makes me feel a bit naughty, I suppose. If you wear a nappy, if you want to have a wee-wee, you can wee-wee your nappy without any fear.
But John isn't an adult baby boy. He's a baby girl.
True adult baby dress is always short. And then the nappy's always on short. Panties on short.
He spent £2,000 on clothes over the years and now has a huge adult baby wardrobe.
The very first one I got was this one here, which is, I bought this for £82, but I don't like it now because it takes a lot of ironing. I would have loved to have been a girl. I would love to have been born a girl and had the chance of dressing like this.
Do you remember being a baby, John?
I remember being a 7-year-old or a 6-year-old, but I don't remember being a baby.
What memories do you have of your childhood then?
Just being brought up by my one-parent mother. She was a good mother. I mean, but she weren't really a mother that actually cuddled you a lot. She liked to enjoy herself, and I never got a lot of attention.
What about your father?
I was a backstreet romance. I never met my father. I would actually I won't want to now. I mean, because he got me born, but you weren't interested after. There's me little babies, look. I put the phone in front of the mirror, and so I can see myself, you know, at all times. So I know it.
John communicates with other adult babies by posting videos online.
This is baby Jackie again. Teddy bear. What I like to do with talking about, I like to put it all over me and make me know nice and dry. More. My little fetish of putting it everywhere I can put it.
It's quite unusual to be a man dressed in a nappy with talcum powder over your face.
It is unusual, but I like it.
Derek and Maxine are also trying to reach out, but this time to US-based adult babies. They have come to Florida for 2 weeks and have set up a temporary nursery. They are waiting for their first US-based client. British expat Ashley only met Derek and Maxine 2 days ago, and today he's about to unlock his deepest secret.
Hey Derek. Hello Ashley, all right?
Yeah, you.
Sorry, I couldn't wait.
No, it's okay.
Ashley's come to have his nappy changed by an adult baby mummy for the first time in his life.
What's Maxine going to do exactly?
She'll probably change me, put me in a fresh one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that experience as well. I've never had that before.
He's had this made for him, and I'll be taking his wet nappy off, just cleaning him up like you would do any baby, just is on a taller scale.
Ashley has been waiting for this moment all his adult baby life.
He'll be absolutely bricking it in there. Same as I was.
He's very nervous, but I think he's quite excited.
Do you remember when it was your first time like that? How did it feel?
Wonderful. Yeah, it's nice to be, after years of doing it on your own and having to do it yourself and learning how to do it, to have somebody else come along and do it for you is completely different. It's really, well, it's what everybody wants, somebody else to take care of them, look after them. So yeah, it is fantastic. When I met Maxine, it was the first day that I'd ever had a nappy changed by somebody else. And to have that is, it's special, but it's a special bond between two people.
It takes 15 minutes for Ashley to have his nappy changed and be dressed as the baby boy he wants to be.
It's a release. That's how it feels. It's an emotional feeling. It is. I don't have another answer. It's got an emotional bond to it. You know, some people are born into the, you know, it's innate in them. You know, they need that emotional fix.
Ashley's finally released a side of himself that's unfulfilled in his relationship.
I can't tell her how I feel. She just either, she would get upset herself, which are the last things I would want to do. We're a married couple. We don't have an intimate relationship. We haven't had a proper intimate relationship since our daughter was born. When I go to touch her, she flinches.
In the US state of Colorado, it's the evening of Kat's adult baby party, and her dress from Auntie Viv has arrived.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Can I try it on?
You want to try it on? Sure.
For adult babies, dressing up as young children helps them return to their childhood where everyday worries can be forgotten.
Will you put the purple bows back in?
Even though Kat enjoys playing at being 6,
Do you want to go downstairs and see people? No. Do you want to stay in your room and hide? Yeah. Come here for a second. Hold my hand.
her boyfriend Justin encourages her to be even younger.
Take my hand. It's all right. It benefits her because it allows her to have experiences, to be young, to be trusting, and be rewarded at those times, to relearn that not everything that happens in life is bad, that people can take care of you, that it's safe to trust.
He's cold.
It's 4 weeks since Derek and Maxine came back from their adult baby retreat in the States. They didn't attract enough new clients to be able to make it a yearly event. At the nursery, business is down, so Derek's decided to branch out.
I've got one of my clients coming today. She's a lovely little baby girl.
Derek has taken on a new role at the nursery.
Hello, darling.
He's not just a baby boy, he's now become a daddy.
I've actually got clients myself now that want daddy, which is quite weird to me because I've been the baby for so many years. It's quite hard to change roles to being a daddy and looking after somebody else.
The first task of the day is to change her nappy.
There has to be a complete trust in what we do and how the baby feels.
It's a very thin line, isn't it? Because you're.
It is a very thin line.
I mean, how does that work for you as a man? And you know.
I don't look at it any different than that if I was being with my wife. She's.
No, but you have a sexual relationship with your wife.
Yes, yeah, I know. But what I mean is, I don't look at the babies in any other way. I don't see them as sexual objects, or when I'm changing the nappy, to me that is I'm just changing the baby, just slightly bigger. That's all. Bit more cuter too, ain't you?
Maxine has had to adjust to Derek's new role.
Thank you.
I must admit the green-eyed monster did lurk a little bit in the beginning. Yeah, she's very pretty and she's size 10. And she's 19, which I'm not a size 10 and I'm not 19. And he's not jealous of the male model that I see. So, you know, why would I be jealous of her?
She still gives me days where I'm baby and she's mummy. But not so frequent now, because I'm quite happy because I found another role to me through the nursery that I've enjoyed. Over wide.
Kat's adult baby party is in full swing.
Oh, man down, man down. Man down.
Come here, I've got your pizza right here. Can you do me a favor? Big girl, can you get me 2 other people who are interested in making pizzas?
Hosting her own party gives Kat the chance to be in charge of other adult babies.
I want each of you guys to grab a piece of dough and you get to grab it with your hands. So take a handful and then you go over to the flour station.
Who are you playing with?
That's my dad.
How old are you, Heather?
Sometimes I'm 5 and sometimes I'm 6. I think I'm 6 today.
I am 24.
What's your baby age?
Baby age. I usually play like more of a 6, 7 kind of older vibe.
Sometimes I can be like 4 and like I can go down like to 2 or like even I've gone younger.
But for her boyfriend Justin, sharing Kat with other people is hard.
I participate in some ways, but I'm more aloof than involved. I prefer smaller and more intimate, so we're sort of in an area that parties is not my thing.
He's got his diapers to prove it.
The next morning, Kat and Justin's relationship is under strain.
I like having relationships with other people. Our relationship wouldn't last very long if I wasn't allowed to go out and hang out with other people where I get to make the rules and set the rules. That doesn't mean that I go out and have sex with a whole bunch of people. I certainly do not do that.
If you have one person that you're devoted to, and that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be giving them your attention. The contract, the promise that you make with them is trust in me, I'll be there for you. And to say, I'll be there for you, except when I'm doing these other things with other people, that makes it all a falsehood and a lie.
You know, sometimes I wish Daddy would go on dates with other people, but if he is content to just be okay with me going out with other people and he can find things to do and not be sad, then I think that works really well. Because at the end of the day, Daddy and I live together, so... What?
Nothing.
You're just staring at me.
What?
Nothing.
As well as his new role as a daddy, Derek has come up with an idea which will take their business in a very different direction.
So we're now looking at the more bizarre world of sort of bondage and master and stuff like that. So, well, I am. That's my side. Mummy doesn't want anything to do with that. She's made that quite clear.
Derek is building an S&M dungeon in his shed.
This will be our new addition. Once it's finished, as you can see, there's a bit of work to be done yet. I've got my cross up. That's the most common thing we get asked for. Most of them like to be tied in a position where they're vulnerable. So, cross is the best thing. We can't make it a business just purely on adult babies because there's not enough coming in at the moment. So we need to sort of diversify.
Does that mean it's becoming more sexual?
I don't know.
Well, for that section of people, I think it probably always was.
Derek may be branching out into bondage, but his heart is still in the adult baby world.
If the nursery picks up, then this will go. Because this is, you know, it is purely a side shoot. But if we can make the nursery better and bigger, then that will be our main concern. I've been through all the heartache, I've been through all the pain, the guilt, even the committing suicide. I tried it. I know what they came through. I know how they feel. And I don't want people to feel like that. So by doing what we do, we're helping people.
You just got to keep reminding yourself that it's who you are, it's your life, and you know, if you're happy, fair enough.
It's lovely being an adult baby. You get cuddles and you get some teddy bear to squeeze, and you have nice jolly clothing with prints on it. It's this little dinosaur. Roar!
He's popping out to see Jimmy Carr and crew. Mickey Flanagan joins 8 out of 10 cats up next.